Okay guys, I decided to make the video about problem with my Mini Cooper S is basically related to the first cooling fan speed. Because they are electric, you know, they speed in the two different speeds. The first one, the resistor located where the radiator is and the cooling fan shielding quite often overburns and it stops cool the engine. So the car gets to the temperature and then eventually, you know, blow the head gaskets because each time goes to higher temperature than supposed to be. So I did two attempts. The first attempt I did wrong. That's why I'm recording that as well. There's not much info really there about, you know, how to do it. It says a lot about resistor, but from the pictures I couldn't really figure out that much. I'm not really the cables related person, you know, I'm not electrician by no means. And there is also no YouTube no info about that as well. So I just thought, well, we'll record that, so make sure that you guys using it and you know how to do it. It's not probably fixed which you can just put that resistor, shorten it, yeah, or bypass and use it. I know some people do, but I don't like it. I will do all the engine work basically near Easter. So I just thought, well, I save some money, buy lots of parts, and then in the same time when I change the coolant and do all of that, I will also change, you know, the proper resistor, yeah. Right, so here we are. So stage one, you need resistor. Okay, resistor, you can buy them on Amazon. Hopefully you can see it. This is the spec. For two, I think they charge on Amazon 10. Now, lots of pictures. I got confused basically, and rather than wire that socket, which comes from resistor to the main socket and ECU. So the first time I did from that side. So that's why it's important, because it's sort of detail which for many people can be obvious, but it wasn't obvious for me. Anyway, so I fixed that all up, made that back together. Now, here we are. So this is the cable. This cable goes to the switch fan, which is located here basically under the radiator shield. So simple as that. You need resistor, one cable from one side, cable from the other side. You have socket from it, and you have three cables. One red one is skinny one. This is the first speed fan. The thick one is second one, and this one I think is earthed. So black or brown, whatever, leave that cable alone. Now, important part. One side of that resistor, from one side, you connect that. You basically splash, you cut the thick one, but I didn't cut on a half. I took the sealant away, yeah, took the sealant away, and I squashed the cable from both sides, and the cable split, and then I basically poked the cable in the middle. So in this way you don't destroy that cable, and you just twist around, and you main that to the thick one. From the other side, resistor, you have another cable, which basically goes to this short cable. So from the fuse, from the resistor, this cable is cut it off. There's nothing in it. It's just cut it off and main it with the tape. But from the socket, this skinny cable need to be attached from the other side of resistor. So as easy as it is, you can see it now and you can do it. Resistor to both cables. One cable goes to the thick cable. So you don't slice, you not separate, you just basically attach that cable to the thick cable. And then another cable from the other side, you main that to the skinny one. So this is one, speed one, okay? So that's why you bypass with that, without using that cable. This one again stays untouched, intact, whatever. And this is the socket. Before you do it, make sure you disconnect battery. It did work. Another information is, guys, to be clear, because there's a lots of informations as well, and it's so much confusion. I found it. There are two speeds. The first one, the first speed cooling fan kicks in when the coolant goes to 105 degrees of the Celsius. Okay, so if you have you know, the reader, temp reader, make sure that it goes to 105 and then it goes to 106, it kicks in, so you know it works. And second fan kicks in 112 Celsius, but this one never go wrong. So anyway, this is the way to do it. If this not gonna work, then probably you have underlying problem of cooling fan on your steering pump, the little fan beneath the car. If this fan doesn't work, quite often blow the fuse, and if this one doesn't work, it's still related to the cooling system. So I'll make sure I would remove it, inspect it, that you know the basically it spins, and if it doesn't spin or you feel like resistance and all of it, this might be the issue. Okay, so I hope it's gonna help. Any questions, guys, let me know, and I will try to give you back answers as quick as I can. Good luck.